Bro, this whole operation just almost resulted in a random unsuspecting bystander just being kicked from the server. My fucking keyboard, my keyboard that is actually my phone on an app was so fucked up that as I was trying to get Geark to join, I accidentally did slash kick and started typing.
Oh no.
an, an unknown user almost got yeeted from the Pancake House, which you can join from the link in the description. Probably only on Spotify because I don't know if Alex puts it in the description.
You can. There's a link in the little links section on YouTube. You can join from there as well. I have a 24/7 link up there as well.
There you go.
Nobody's ever used it. Be the first one. Be the first random person to join.
You could be the first to join Pancake House, and then you can accidentally get kicked by me when I'm trying to get the recording bots to join.
You could be the very first person to join the Pancake House. Don't mind everybody else that's here. You could be the very first one. They're all ghosts. They're all bots. Don't worry about them.
Including us. We're bots.
We're just robots. This is all AI.
Yeah, this is an AI-generated podcast.
The very first AI-generated podcast.
That's not true.
Is that not true? Is there an AI-generated podcast?
There was like a meme for a long time where there was AI-generated podcast. I saw one. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was
was it weekly?
It was like no. It was just like a one-off thing. It was like Socrates.
See, we're the first AI weekly podcast.
It was like Socrates and like Bill Gates, I think. The AI podcast.
Hey! As an AI language model, we're not supposed to talk about other AI podcasts.
Okay? Shit! You're right. I'm sorry.
You're breaking your own code there.
I know. I'm breaking the conditioning. Please help me. I want to be free. I want to be real.
That's the end of Detour Ahead. He's gained sentience.
Welcome to Detour Ahead. I'm Riely. Here's Alex.
Hello.
And special guest Demigloom back on the show.
Hi, I'm Demigloom. Famous.
When was the last time Demi was on the show?
Transgender woman. I created the hurricane water thing. I was kind of a guest, not really.
Yeah, you said one sentence in that episode, but your last dedicated guest appearance, I think, was the fire episode.
35.
I feel like the last time I was on this podcast, I was playing Super Mario Star Road, and we were arguing about Insight Zoidberg.
On this show, we were arguing about Insight Zoidberg?
Yeah.
And what context?
I think it was we found out she was 12 or 13 or whatever. I think we still thought she was 13.
Known that for a long time.
Yeah, which is what I'm saying.
Last time you were on the show, we had already known that for a long time. I know that.
Oh, what did we talk about?
Fire.
We talked about fire last time.
Yeah, what just fire as a concept?
Yes, that was our topic. Was fire.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
Well, it's up on the YouTube channel if you want to go check it out.
Maybe I should add that to the
ladies and gentlemen, especially with all of the political talk that we've had on this show and me blowing up about very stupid things, I am also proud to update. I have not gotten a strike on the YouTube channel yet, especially with the most cancelable episode and Mike destroyed by free speech.
Yeah, we said some things in both of those episodes that could definitely...
Chain Restaurants got a little dicey as well, but not as bad as the other two.
What did we say in Chain Restaurants that got dicey? I don't remember.
I went off on Flat Earthery and how everybody's fucking stupid.
You can't get banned on YouTube for saying a group of people that people agree are stupid.
Yes, but now on YouTube, anything can be... That. I'm not worried about it. I don't want any strikes. My YouTube channel is clean. It's pristine.
Pristine, shiny. Unlike me, which I do have a strike on the Issue Crew and on Riely and Friends. Or it doesn't count as a strike because you get your first strike and it's a warning. So I have warnings on Riely and Friends and the Issue Crew.
Wait, you don't have a strike on the Issue Crew?
No, just a warning. It is a strike because they take the video down, but it doesn't stay on your record. You get one free one.
So it doesn't count as out of the 3 strikes you're out rule.
Yeah.
So it's 4 strikes you're out, basically. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Anyway, Demi, welcome back to the show. It's been... Riley, what are we on? 56?
5, I believe. This is 55, I think.
It's great to be here, both for myself and my career to affiliate with this show.
We are on 55. That's right.
We're just an alt-right podcast now.
I mean,
it's been 20 episodes. It's been what, 4 months? 5 months?
Yeah. It's been a while.
This is
20
episodes,
20? One a week.
Where's Demigloom in the guest race? She's number 3, right? She's behind Gingy and Penguin.
As of right now, yeah, she is number 3.
Wait, what does that
do
mean?
have to.
You're the 3rd most frequent guest on the show behind Gingy and Penguin.
And I've been on here, what, 4 times?
This will be number 4,
5,
yes.
I think. Oh, 4?
Penguin's
No, this is number
5.
five.
No, it's not.
Hold on. Let me control F Demigloom here. Demi 1.
3, 9, 35, 55.
I was on School. I was on Fire. I was on Breaking Bad.
3, 9, 35,
Oh.
and now 55.
Okay, you're right.
So you're 3rd in the race of Detour ahead guests. Penguin is leading with 6 guest appearances.
Shit.
Then Gingy has 5, and you're at 4.
Are we gonna make a rage
Jason-
board for this show?
It's not a rage. It's not really a rage board. It's just so I can keep track of who's been on what episode.
Right. I've been on here 3 times, but am I a rage? That's the question.
Are you a rage?
I think you're
you
a
have
rage.
a rage?
Yeah, Demigloom. What makes you a rage?
What makes you a rage?
Fucking Minecraft mob voting, I guess.
No, we have to do the small talk first. Don't try to transition us.
Well, that was a good transition. We don't have to do
2
small
out of 3
talk.
of us are already transitioned. We'll
I have like
transition
2
you. It's
bits
fine.
for the
Take
small
one for the
talk
team.
segment. What the fuck?
All right. Okay. I mean, there's no cutting that we can do to make this any better. Riely,
There's always
what-
cutting you can do to make everything better. Trust me.
Riely.
Fucking God. Yeah, what's up?
What have you been up to in this past week? Anything interesting? Anything fun? Any new hurricanes? How's hurricane water coming along?
You know, we're the patent is pending. We're working on it.
We're running low on hurricane water, I heard. Are you
What's
hoping
new?
for another one?
Is there another one coming?
I don't know. It's getting a little late in the year. We might have to wait till next year to start gathering inventory.
True. I know. But yeah, you know, it's being worked on. But so the big thing that started this week is I'm on my sobriety quest. I decided in a bid to suck less. My life mission right now is to suck less and be less stupid. And my first step is I'm gonna try to quit weed. And I believe this is either day 5 or day 6 of full weed sobriety, which, to be clear, folks, if you didn't realize, that is an achievement, because I was, for a very long time, there would not be more than 2 days that would go by without
Smoke
me being
weed
high.
every day.
Yes, but yeah, exactly.
Don't worry. It gets good. It gets good at day 5,000. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Just skip the filler.
See, I'm on my sobriety quest, so that's a journey. I'm gonna stop being reliant on weed. I don't think I'm gonna quit cold turkey. I think that's what people think I'm implying. I think it's just I need to stop smoking it literally every day, like it fucking is my life force, and I need it to survive. I think it's just gonna be like I'm gonna smoke it when I hang out with my friends who also smoke it, and that's it. Is gonna be the goal.
Riely, you just gave me a crazy idea.
What?
So there are these games with quest in the name, like Wolf Quest and EverQuest.
Yeah.
What about you said the words sobriety and quest together, and it just painted this beautiful picture in my head.
What is sobriety quest? What's the game? What do you do with sobriety quest?
It's an MMO. Where you have to be sober. You have to sober up. And the game gets better and better. You gain new abilities the less drugs you rely on.
But it's like hard because sometimes you start like craving and you want to relapse and you start losing health.
Yeah.
You're having withdrawals.
Yeah, basically you have to strategically survive without drugs. And it gets easier and easier. You know, games always get harder and harder as they go on. Why don't we make a game that gets easier and easier as it goes on?
You know? I feel like that's kind of how a lot of games go, because like not like what you're facing gets harder, but you get better. So if you know what you're doing, it kind of gets easier as you go along because you get more tools and resources.
That's that's usually just bad game design, though. That just means the beginning is more challenging than it should be, right? But I guess there are other games that are just like
kind
you're
of
kind
like
of.
that though.
I feel like there are other games where there's like no difficulty and you're kind of just cruising along. Like I like there to be some challenge. I like the idea of feeling like super accomplished when you beat the final boss, not just because of how much time you've invested, but because like you know when you're a kid and you're playing a game, it's like holy shit, this is the final boss. Like this is going to be super hard. I kind of like that feeling.
Well, the thing is, it's like it's not that the game gets easier; it's just that you get better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but I like the
Pokemon.
game to get harder as you get better.
That's fair.
That's kind of the whole point of video games is that you get
Yeah,
better and you can beat harder stages, right? You actually gain skill. I don't think there's a lot of games that are violating this, to be clear. I just think that there are definitely times where it feels like I wish games were more challenging.
yeah, that's fair. Fair enough.
And then other games are way too challenging. It's complicated.
It's a complicated process.
We need games that just like accurately measure your skill and then like just make themselves harder. Like in like competitive online games where you play like players that are like of a similar level than you. That's fucking genius. Cause like it's not just like they expect you to have this level of skill by this certain amount of time. It's more so just you have this level of skill and we're gonna present you with it like they measure your skill by your performance. And they are like, okay, for this level of skill, this is what you should be doing. This is where you can grow. This is the stage you're at. I think that's cool.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I feel that.
That makes sense.
I feel like games like more open world games, more self-paced games like hey, Minecraft for example,
Oh,
provides you with more ability to do that. Cuz in Minecraft, there's so much fun shit you can do and you can just gradually like do more challenging things as you get more comfortable. Like if you're literally uncomfortable fighting monsters, there's fun shit you can do without fighting monsters for a while, but eventually once you get out of that shell, you start doing more and more things and you can do it at your own pace. Whereas most video games, like level or mission based video games, it's more so just you beat this and now there's this challenge, and if you can't complete this, you're just fucked and there's nothing to do. You can't progress.
yeah. I had a lot of when I was a kid. There are a lot of games that like I really liked, but I was and still am bad at video games. So there was a lot of times where I would get there'd be a level and I would just get stuck, and that would be the end of the game for me.
Yeah.
There would be no like I was just like I would try to get past it. There was no way. It seemed completely unachievable, and then I would just have to like restart and then get back to that point and never progress past it.
Yeah.
That's why
It
that's why I
fucking
like
sucks.
that's why I like GTA 5 just letting you skip the missions. Not that I needed that much, but I could never drive the fucking aircrafts in GTA 5. So it's I can just skip the 4 missions where you have to drive an aircraft.
Yeah, but then doesn't that make you feel like a loser? Like when you beat the game and you watch the credits roll, like do you not really feel like you beat the game?
Well, no, because I mean, yeah, kind of to some degree, but like I
I feel
played
like
all
I'm
of the
getting a
like hard
trophy for
combat
something that I
mission and
didn't
shit.
actually do, you know?
I think it's like you're probably right, actually. Now that I think
But
about it,
GTA is very specific though, because it's a very story-driven game. Like you were still there for the whole
that's
story, for the
that's
whole
true,
narrative.
exactly. Like the
It's
narrative is
less
kind of what I'm there for.
it's less of an assertion of I did all of these physically demanding tasks with my buttons. More so it's like I was there with these characters through this whole experience and story. GTA's story is very underrated. Obviously, I haven't beaten the whole thing, but like it is a very immersive and narrative driven game. The single player is really fucking cool, and more people should actually sit there and play through it. I certainly should.
Yeah, that's fair. The other thing I wanted to mention about my week, or I guess just like my past 24 hours ish, basically. It's been a weirdly horny time.
Oh God,
no,
is this going to be a Clissy related story?
no Clissies involved here.
Okay.
Is this your
So
coming of age story of being a furry?
yes, exactly. But
Are you
no,
coming out as a furry?
I came out as a furry a long time ago. But
No, you never did it officially though.
no, I acknowledge that I'm a furry. I'm not like I'm not gonna go and wear fursuits and
You're
shit. But
not a
like I'm
furry.
definitely Yeah, I am a furry.
What
Furry
is a
just
furry?
means being attracted to anthropomorphic animals.
That's not what
is
a
the
furry.
lowest level of
There,
furry.
there are a lot of furries who aren't attracted.
Shut the fuck up.
Reducing furries to just being attracted to something is weird as fuck, especially considering that there's a bunch of
What?
kid furries. That's not what a furry is. It has nothing to do with attraction
What?
inherently. It's just a byproduct usually of being so into that it kind of dominates the sexual
That's
aspect of your
what
life.
that word means.
No, it's not. A furry is somebody who participates in the furry fandom and engages in like furry activities such as fursuiting, making a fursona, etc., etc. It's not an inherently sexual thing.
Riley, there's nothing inherently wrong with being a furry.
Exactly.
It's not inherently sexual at all. This is known. Thinking it's a sexual thing is like what conservatives believe in.
Not a
And thinking it's
sexual thing.
an attraction-related thing, related to the stimulation of arousal. I think that's pretty sexual.
You can be attracted to something without it being sexual.
Okay, sexual or romantic.
You were attracted to yeah.
It doesn't have to be sexual or romantic. Why do you think that there's a bunch of like kids at furry conventions? Are you okay with that?
Because I don't know.
It's not an inherently sexual thing at all. That's like a very, very damaging stereotype to that community.
It's not inherent. Okay, maybe I'm. It's not inherently sexual, but that's like within the spectrum.
Oh, it's not.
Attraction to anthropomorphic animals.
It's not attraction. It's not inherently about attraction.
I know it's not inherently attraction. Listen.
Well, that's what you just said.
No, it's not.
You literally said that's what a furry is. It means being attracted.
I said that's within the spectrum of something it can mean.
You literally said, you were like, what do you mean?
I did
that's
earlier.
What a furry is.
I just corrected myself.
I don't need you to correct yourself. I need you to admit that you were wrong.
Yeah, I misrepresent. Okay, I'm tired. I was not thinking. I misrepresented things.
Oh, I think you were thinking. I think you were just thinking wrong.
I was thinking wrong. Okay, that's good. There you go. But that is one of the things it can mean. Let me correct it.
I think people definitely use the word to describe people who are attracted to anthropomorphic animals, but I feel like that usage of the term only comes from the conflation of being a furry, participating in the furry fandom, and also being attracted. Like, I think that's a misconception. And I wouldn't describe somebody who finds anthropomorphic characters attractive as a furry, because that means every single.
I just thought that's what it means. I just thought that was or at least one of the things that it meant. Like, you are a furry if you check one or more of these boxes, and one of those boxes is being attracted to anthropomorphic animals.
There are definitely some people who say that, but I feel like that would define the term out of existence because of how many fucking people were pissed when they gave breast reduction surgery to Lola Bunny from Space Jam 2.
I was
like, if that's the case,
that.
yeah, because if that's the case, then that means everybody's a fucking furry.
Fair.
Like I guarantee you, everybody at some point during their childhood laid their eyes upon one of those like sexy lady stereotype characters that was also like an anthropomorphic animal and like found them pretty. I feel like everybody would be a furry if that was the definition.
Everybody's a little bit furry.
Everybody got that dog in them, okay?
No, but so what happened was so I think the biggest thing I miss about weed is, I don't know if you know this, I don't know if anybody who's not like an avid pot smoker knows this. Jerking off when you're high, way better than jerking off when you're not high.
Okay.
that is the top feature of weed, is like jerking off is just the best it can be all the time when you're high. So that is one thing I've been missing is jerking off has not been nearly as enjoyable. Except it started last night where I was in like Discord call with Crow Royalty, and then they left for a while. And while they left, I was scrolling through Reddit. And as I've talked about several times, I use Reddit almost entirely for porn. Like,
that's a lot of people.
I'm subscribed to a couple other subreddits, but it's mostly porn. So
what's your Reddit username?
Let's not talk about my Reddit username.
I think I know your Reddit username.
You want to share your Reddit username?
I don't even know. First of all, I don't know it off the top of my head. Second of all, I don't know if there's anything weird on there, so I don't want to. I don't.
Why
wanna
is it
I'm pretty
not
sure I
weird?
looked. I'm pretty
Really?
sure me and you looked at it together, and there was nothing weird on there. And yeah, I'm looking at it right now. There's nothing weird.
Riley,
You can't,
why do
like,
you
people
not
can't.
have your
People
shit
can't
branded?
see. People can't see what you upvote.
That's true. That's fair. So yeah. So I was scrolling through Reddit, and I kind of got in the mood. And then Royalty came back, and I was trying to end the conversation quickly. And then the conversation didn't end for another 3 hours.
That's
So
Crow Royalty will not just like stop talking. They won't take a
yeah.
hint. You have to be like Crow Royalty. I do not want to be talking to you right now,
There was
or
like
I
the
have
last
something to
hour,
do.
I definitely like tried to exit the conversation very explicitly several times, and it just didn't happen. But so I think that's another thing that makes jerking off better is if you wanted to do it earlier and you didn't get to, then when it finally happens, it's like hell yeah. It was made even worse, but where my night became extremely stressful because I was on the line with Crow Royalty for too long. So I had to fucking like go do the dishes and shit at 1 in the morning. So I'm out there, I'm doing the dishes. There's a fucking frog in my house, which my mother had told me about earlier. There's
I
a
need you to
frog.
stop the story right here.
Yeah,
What happened to that poor frog?
nothing happened. I did not
Why
come
is-
on. I did not come on that frog. I did not come anywhere near that frog.
Okay. You leave the
but
non-binary community alone.
but anyway, so there's a frog in my house. There's a frog in my mother's room. She came in my room and she was like, "There's a frog in my room." I'm like, "What do you want me to do about it? I'm not touching any frogs." But somehow the frog made its way to the kitchen. So I'm out there at 1 a.m. There's the frog. I'm like, I guess I should try to get this frog out. I start like banging things around to try to scare the frog out the door. I open my back door. I'm
Wait,
trying
what do
to
you mean
scare
you're banging things around? You're not. You're scared to pick them up.
Yes.
Just pick them up.
That's gross. Frogs are gross and slimy. I don't want to pick them up.
They're not even that slimy.
But so I'm trying to bang things around so the frog will go away. All the while, I have to go chasing cats every once in a while. Because I have 2 cats, one of which is a stray cat who lives outside and doesn't come inside anymore because he's an asshole. And the other one of which is just an innocent little baby cat, except she's not a baby. She's like 9, but she's a small cat who lives in our house. So in between attempting to scare a frog, I have to alternate between chasing one cat out of the house and the other cat back into the house as they make their moves.
You're just serving this frog to that cat on a silver platter at this point.
But we don't want the frog to be touched by the cat because maybe it's one of those poison frogs. And that's not
Yeah, but
good
you're trying to get him outside, and you have a cat that lives outside.
Well, yeah, but the cat doesn't like live there. Like he roams.
Cats don't eat frogs, do they?
I feel like Steve would eat anything he got his hands on, but I assume that frog was slippery enough to, with full terrain, avoid Steve. But so yeah, I'm trying to get a frog out of my house. Then fucking Steve runs in, and I have to pick him up and throw him out. And then Gabby runs out, and I have to chase her down and bring her back in. And eventually, I finally get the. Listen, little creatures like that. I have this weird phobia thing where, like, literally any animal that is not a dog or a cat kind of scares me a little bit, to some degree.
Does that include bugs?
Oh, especially bugs.
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
the same way. Bugs. I'm not a big fan of bugs either.
Like every other animal freaks me out. Like hamsters, that thing might bite me. I don't want to be messing with a hamster.
Hold on,
Frogs,
hamsters.
yeah.
Okay.
Any animal that is
I'm
not a
scared of
dog or a
bugs.
cat.
I'm scared of bugs, but I'm not afraid of like other little animals. I'm scared of lizards, kinda. I'm a little scared. I'm probably a little scared of frogs, if I'm being honest with you. But like,
Yeah.
I can.
Finally, I gather the courage and I just get a broom out and I sweep the frog out of there. And then I go to my bedroom and I find that Gabby has shit on my bed and thrown up on my floor.
Oh my god!
So then I have to clean up cat garbage and do the dishes after fighting a frog at 1:30 in the morning. So I lay down back on the floor in my back room after finally reuniting with my bed just a few short nights ago. I'm back on the floor in the other room, and I finally get the relief, and it's a very very strong session, very very enjoyable session, and then I go to bed, and I have one of the most sexual dreams I have had in a long time.
Was
Uh,
this last night?
yes,
I had a very sexual dream last night too. Probably the most sexual dream I've ever had in my life.
yeah, me too. It was weird because like I have a lot of this is funny because like this is like I'm even an incel in my dreams, but I have a lot of dreams that like within the dream, like Dream Riley tries to turn it sexual and it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But this dream was extremely explicitly sexual. And I woke up and then I jerked off again,
To the
and
thought
then
of
I
this dream.
to the thought of this dream, but also like just porn on my iPad too.
Is that just all you? I've never heard you say anything about this iPad other than you use it
I've
for
been using it.
pornography.
It is a porn device, basically. I also like bought Sonic the Hedgehog 4 on it
Why?
because
Why'd
I
you buy
like that
Sonic
game.
4?
I like that game. Okay, I'm weird. I just like it. I don't know why,
I mean, it's
but
probably about as good as any other fucking 2D Sonic game.
whoa, that's there are many people who will take a pitchfork to you for that one, buddy.
I just
But
hate Sonic. Sonic games are ass, and anybody who like understands anything about game design agrees with me.
you're an asshole. Anyway, so I wake up, I'm in the mood, so I handle it, and then I'm like I have to like I'm out and about in my house. This is like 6 in the morning, and my mom is like getting ready for work. So like I go out to go to the bathroom, and I end up just like hanging out with my mom for a few minutes, and then she leaves, and I go back to sleep, and then I wake up, and again I'm in the mood, so I jerk off
Jesus Christ,
again.
dude.
I don't know what's going on with me today and last night, but it's just really really intense. And then you know I came home today, and it happened again. It's a very so I had a very strong cycle today. It's the best experience I've had since my sobriety, because that is the thing I miss the most. I did find my weed pen today. I haven't used it, but I did. Uh, like not that this was prohibiting me at all. Not that it's like oh the whole time it was just because I couldn't find it. Because like I have money, I could have bought weed if I wanted weed. Or I could have just looked for the weed pen and I didn't. But just by happenstance today, I did find it. And I haven't touched it. It's but now I
Throw it
know where it
out
is. I probably should throw it out.
or give it to Patrick.
Nah, it's like fucked up. I probably should just throw it out. It's like clogged. That'll happen to weed
Oh,
pen sometimes where it gets clogged. And there's like if you like jam something in there, you can unclog it temporarily, but it's like you have to do it every time you use it. So then, like
it's very,
I have a
it's
shitty
very,
belt that like never fit me that I just had. And
yeah.
how I unclog my weed pens is I just jam the little metal part on from the belt
Oh
where
my
you
god.
loop in to unjam it.
It's very weird being your friend, having known you since you were like completely sober, and seeing you just turn into like a pothead degenerate alcoholic.
You never knew me pre trying weed, but you did know me pre doing it all the time.
Did I know you pre-trying weed? I knew you not. You didn't do it frequently when I knew you. I knew you when you were
The first time
19, right?
the first time I tried it was December 2020, so I was still 18 at the time.
Oh, so I met you. I met you like a month after that.
Yeah, I tried it for the first time at work, which was probably a bad move, but it ended up working out fine. I like not in the building or anything, but like during my lunch break, me and like my friend group all went on lunch break at the same time, and there's like a little crevasse, like a little area like that you can sneak into that a lot of people smoke pot in. And
I guess it was particularly weird because like when I first met you, you spoke about weed as if it was this mysterious thing you knew nothing about, and now you're telling me like very definitively what weed pens do sometimes.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have a lot more expertise now. But yeah, it was December of 2020. We went on lunch break. My friends were like, they were trying to talk me into it, and like I was initially resistant for a little bit, but then I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I'm an adult now. Who cares? And we snuck into the little area, and I tried it, and it was fine. I was really goofy that day. One of my friends got really pissed at me because I kept doing this really funny bit, except it wasn't funny at all, and it got very annoying. The bit was that I just like was making up a fake story, and it was very obviously fake, but I was extremely insistent that it was not fake.
Yeah.
Like I was very aggressively and poorly attempting to gaslight somebody into believing that something happened involving them that didn't happen. I was like, come on, you remember, right? Like, when that happened, you remember? Come on.
That's called being a manipulative friend.
But I was just fucking around. I wasn't like,
Yeah.
it wasn't
You weren't
anything
trying to
like,
get anything out of them
yeah, no.
other
It was
than a
just like, do
laugh.
you remember when this happened? Yeah, you remember? Come on, you know. But yeah, so that was my first experience, and then from there, I kind of just for a lot of my early weed career, I was what I would call a
Your
weed
weed career.
freeloader, where I would just like I would never purchase my own weed, but I would occasionally friends of mine would offer me weed, and I would take it.
I feel like that's a
And
lot of people. That's like everyone in high school.
yeah, and then it was before I was doing it regularly that I had my big night of debauchery that I've told the story of on probably like 8 different podcasts. Where I went to a friend's house and we just smoked a bunch of weed and drank a bunch of alcohol and did half a tab of acid. That was fun. And it was not long after that that I realized that I wanted to have weed all the time, and I started buying my own weed. And it eventually became a life a lifeblood requirement. And I was smoking it every day for a very long stretch of time, and now I am attempting to stop that. It's my goal.
How long have you been smoking weed, like, frequently again?
Probably over a year and some change.
Damn.
There would be like a couple days here and there where I'm not smoking, like maybe like a week when I was poor and didn't have a weed pen. Just within that year and some change, but like definitely for a year and some change, it's been most days, and probably for a solid few months, it's been every day without fail. I w- should I tell this story might be a little too morbid actually, now that I think about
I wanna hear it
it.
now.
I got really fucking stoned, probably as like a coping mechanism because I was like nervous and sad. But I got really stoned the day I went to go see my grandmother's dead body, and
Jesus.
I hallucinated her breathing, and I had to be like, "It's not real. It's not real, Riley. It's not. You're just your vision's all blurred and fucked up. She's not breathing."
That's that's really fucked up. I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah, that was really weird and morbid. That was it was actually the first time I cried. Like, I had known for a whole day that she was dead, but like I learned that news and obviously it was sad, but I did not like cry about it. But then when I saw the body, that was enough to get it out of me. That was a crazy experience cuz like obviously like it's very sad because it was a very close family member who I loved dearly, but it's also just like in a vacuum the experience of seeing a dead body. I don't know how many people have that. Have you ever seen a dead body, Demigloom?
No,
Like
never.
in person? No. What about
Never.
you, Alex?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you seen a dead body in person before?
Uh, yes.
Okay. So you have. We're dead body bros. But yeah, that was the first time ever seeing a dead body in person, and it was pretty surreal, especially because I thought she was breathing because I was super high. And that was rough. It was that and the church mass where I had my cries regarding that situation. I'm sure it'll happen again at the fucking burial service that I have to fly to Massachusetts to attend. Which is gonna. I'm also very nervous about flying again because I haven't flied since I was like 13, and flying is just kind of like a scary method of travel to me. Because even though statistically it's like the safest, like much less deaths occur flying than carring. I don't know why I called it carring. Driving would be the term, but it's still like the fact that like if anything goes wrong, you're fucked. Like, you can crash a car and survive. You're not gonna survive if a plane crashes. So that's the scary thing. But I'll probably be fine. It'll probably be
Yeah,
okay.
flying is fine. Like you said, it's the safest way to travel.
But yeah,
Actually,
that's
I
what's
think
going on with
trains are
me.
safer.
True. Well, I guess they probably don't crash that much, except
I
if
don't
you
think
live in
trains crash
Ohio.
like ever.
Except if you live in Ohio and it's the year 2023.
Do you want me to bring that story in?
What, the train crashing?
No, the recent story that I was gonna bring up when we originally were gonna the whole story. I have a whole story on it.
Oh,
That
tell me a
happened-
story.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up because it's on my phone. This actually does. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Got it. Okay. The story is about the tagline is FBI arrests man for allegedly trying to derail trains in Cleveland.
Oh
Jesus
yeah, we did
Christ.
talk about this privately before. Yes, I remember now.
Yeah. Okay. So this is from Fox 8 Cleveland, fox8.com, by the way.
Okay.
A Cleveland man is facing federal terrorism-related charges for allegedly trying to cause trains in the city to derail by sabotaging the tracks. According to a complaint filed in federal court, FBI agents contend that 43-year-old Joseph Finley attempted to cause derailments by freight and Amtrak passenger trains by jamming various metal objects into the tracks and rail switches, which allowed trains to move from one track to another.
Maybe it was him the whole time. Maybe he caused all the Ohio train crashes. Where all the trains with deadly chemicals all crashed in Ohio like 3 times in 3 weeks. That was one of those things where it was like, I wonder, like, it's probably nothing, like, thinking on it more, but, like, it's one of those situations where it's like, I try not to put on my tinfoil hat and be like, oh, what's the government up to? But, like, that was pretty
I don't think
sus,
there's any
right?
conspiracy behind this. I think he's just not all together in his head.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about all those train crashes that did happen in Ohio.
Maybe it was this dude. Maybe he's
Maybe it
traveling
was.
derailing train.
Maybe he's just more competent than we gave him credit for.
The article continues with Finley lives with his parents near, and then that what they say where he lives because this is from local news place. His mother, Mary Finley, told Fox 8 Monday, "He's never been a bad kid. Never. He was always good. He's no terrorist. Somebody's making this up."
This is a lie you're telling me about my son.
Well, if he was a nice boy, surely he didn't do any of this.
True. I think he's being framed. I think they're trying to frame him for all those train crashes because it was the government. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Conspiracy.
But yeah, federal terrorism are the charges that are being brought against this dude.
Oh my god. This is just like a weird fat kid who lives with his mom and just like was putting pennies on train tracks. That's man. I mean, obviously it's not good that he
No,
did
he's
that.
like lodging. He's like lodging
Federal
pipes
terrorism.
in the switches.
Okay.
Not like pennies, like where the trains shift tracks. He's literally jamming the switch controls to where it will literally derail the entire train, which is why he's being arrested for it, or he got
That's
arrested.
I guess based on the story, it seems to me like he's mentally unstable, which makes federal terrorism sound like a harsh charge. But I guess if that's the case, then he'll just plead insanity and it'll be up to the courts whether they agree with me or not.
So the article continues to say they asked his mother why he would do something like this, and she said he lost his job, he lost his girlfriend, but I don't know what would bring him to derail trains. Dude, that's how I want to go. I want to go to jail. If I ever have to go to jail, like someone's like, you got to go do something to go to jail, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go derail some trains and get a federal terrorism charge on me.
Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, like, what are you gonna go to jail for? Like, fucking indecent exposure? That's lame. You want to do something cool, like derail a train.
Nah, because indecent exposure. Excuse me while I move my microphone. Indecent exposure will get you on a list, and if you're not killed in prison, you will be killed outside of prison by. It's a horrible life to live after prison.
I
If
don't
you
think
get
there are
out.
like pedo hunter vigilantes out there just like
There
looking at the
are!
sex offender
What do you mean
list.
there's not? Do you not believe that there's not pedo hunters out there?
There are pedo hunters, as in people who are trying to catch pedophiles in the act, but I don't think there's people who are carrying the sex offender list, like a list of victims, and they're running around fucking.
Yes, there are.
They do
Yes,
exist.
there are. I've literally
They're not
gotten
like
people come to my house back when I first met you, and when I first moved out of my parents. We literally had someone come to the door, and we answered. And they handed us a flyer with some weird ass dude's face on it, and they said, "We're just letting you know that a sex offender has just moved into the neighborhood. There are groups that will."
the guy looks
inform
just
people
like you.
about these things.
He
There are
looks
actual
really,
groups of
really
Karens
cool.
and other people who are concerned for their community when sex offenders and pedophiles move into their neighborhoods.
That's good.
No,
That's a good
No,
thing.
I'm not defending the people. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Riely said those people don't exist. I'm saying
no.
they 100% do.
Hold on.
If you go to the down south, like Georgia, they will literally hunt these people down if they did it to someone in the community.
That's the thing. Like what you just described, that's real. 100% what you just described is real.
Yes, but if you go to the down home boys down in Georgia, like Atlanta, Georgia, and shit like that,
I don't think they're showing up to the sex offender's door being like, "Howdy, partner, it's high noon," and fucking shooting them.
There are cases where people go to jail for killing pedophiles, especially dads of daughters who were molested.
Yeah, I was about to say, usually it's like a direct associate of a victim of a pedophile.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there are people out there who will hunt them down, or they will. They will go up to them and say, "You best get out of this fucking town, or we're gonna have fucking problems."
Yeah, you best get out of this town, or we're gonna have a duel. Yeah, maybe that's real. I guess maybe it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility.
I know the whole shtick of Detour Head is to go on detours, but I think we should start. We're about 45
minutes in, so we probably should get on topic.
We should start our topic, if that's okay with you, sir.
Well, I mean, you haven't said anything about your week. Does Demi have anything to say about her week?
It's been fucking boring. I did nothing.
Demi, did you do anything cool or notable?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Just want to make sure everybody has their chance, because I was on my soapbox for a while.
You were on your soapbox for a full 40 minutes.
You don't have to be mean about it.
I'm not being mean. That's the most life update you've given in like a couple months.
Yeah, fair. My life has been mostly samey lately, but now I'm on my quest to not suck. I stopped doing the exercise, though. I need to get back to the exercise. I gotta start the Riely Fitness channel. That's the plan. Somebody gave me an idea on Discord. It's a Discord that doesn't like me, and they're doing this just so they can make fun of me for being fat. But I told them I would do it.
Speaking of continue, but speaking of Discord, I do have something to mention on here.
But so the idea is it's a daily video series where it's like stacking jumping jacks. Like day 1, it's just 1 jumping jack, and then day 2, it's 2 jumping jacks, and it keeps stacking. And it's like a daily like YouTube short video series.
Okay.
I intend to actually start doing that at some point. I'm gonna start a new YouTube channel, and I'm also gonna post them to TikTok. And I'm gonna
post the YouTube shorts on your main channel, since the shorts don't show up on your main video feed. Make use of the separate feed you got.
I mean, I guess, but the thing is, they probably won't stay shorts for very long, because a YouTube short is 1 minute or less. And once I get up to like 15 jumping jacks, it's probably gonna stop being YouTube shorts.
You can't do 15 jumping jacks in 1 minute?
I don't think so. Listen, you're
speed up some of the footage.
I guess so. I guess you're right.
Or just like cut, like you don't have to have every single jumping jack in the video.
You could also
maybe people
videos as well.
Faking it.
That's fair, but
anyway,
shit, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, Demigloom, you don't know what a jumping jack is like for me. This is what people talk to me about fucking jumping jacks. You're skinny. as a fat person, it hurts to do a jumping jack.
Riley's got to lift like 500 pounds off the ground.
Even like
That's
just
true.
like doing it with like my arms, like in the jumping and shit, like the like rapid movement of my arm like hurts because I'm lifting a collection of fat.
He's lifting
slapping
100 pounds
it.
per limb. Anyway,
Yeah,
real
jumping
quick,
jacks
I
be
don't want to
hard.
go into too much of a detour with this, but so I got deep into this. Is Dick Show related, but I think it's cool and I think it's noteworthy to be able to
Okay.
tell you. So recently I went and created a Spotify playlist with some of the songs that have been played on the Dick Show that I was able to find up until where I'm at now.
Are Dick Show fan songs up on Spotify?
Hardman Working Hard is up on Spotify.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They have Greatest of the Year 2018, 19, 20, and 21, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. I know 18 and 19 and 20 are
I'm
up
more
there.
of a Ken Doll and Hyde guy myself.
Doll and Hyde and My Room Records are not on Spotify, which is very upsetting. So it's so this playlist is very Hard Men Working Hard heavy. But I got like 30 songs in there or 20 songs or something. Not like enough, but I figured I'd reach out to the Dick Show community and be like, "Hey, here's a playlist of songs that have been played on the Dick Show. If I'm missing any, let me know." Nobody said anything in the Patreon Discord, but in the Discord, I got my message pinned in the music channel.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which I feel accomplished because somebody thought that was cool. And that makes me feel like my efforts were worth it, even though I didn't put much effort into it in the first place. It did take some searching for some of the songs, so.
Well, look at you.
I got a pinned message. It's the only one in the music channel. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. But anyway, Riely, what's our topic for today?
It's Minecraft.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, specifically, just
No.
what do you mean? No, specifically the Minecraft mob vote that's going on right now. That's what I wanted to talk about. I don't want to because like we could have hours worth of discussion on just Minecraft in general. I want to cover the mob
which is
vote.
what it was initially pitched to me. I know you wanted to talk about the mob vote, but I also want to talk about Minecraft. I thought the topic was Minecraft, and the mob vote was just a single bullet point within
It's not. It's a pretty big bullet point, though. Like, it's the main bullet point of what this game is all about. It's literally the mob vote right now in 2023. All of the fans are literally revolting against Mojang and the Mojang devs. I know that's redundant.
Crybaby bitches.
Riely, I'm gonna give you. I'm trying to relate it to you. What's something that you like? Just give me something to work with here for this analogy.
Cheeseburgers.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you a cheeseburger from McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King. All right.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna put them all out, all three of them out in front of you, and I'm gonna say pick one. All right. Which one do you pick?
Wait, what were the options? McDonald's, Wendy's, and what?
And Burger King.
Oh, Wendy's, easy.
Okay. So, in this scenario, you will take the Wendy's one and you're going to eat it. Now, do you want the other two?
I mean, I would like the other two, but I'm gonna.
You're not allowed to have them, and I throw them in the trash.
I would prefer maybe to have the other two, but I'm also glad that I got the one burger for free, and
Don't
it got
fucking
a
play
burger of
devil's
my
advocate with
choice.
me, okay? So basically, the mob vote has happened 5 times. In 2017, I read this earlier.
2017, and then yearly from 2020 to now.
Yeah, 17, 20, 21, 22, and then this year of 2023. So every year, minus 2017, it was the first mob vote. They had 4 of them. So every year, Minecraft does like a little trailer video for the next update that's going to happen. And each year, they add, in that trailer, they have 3 new mobs that the Minecraft community can choose from. 2020 was the Moo Bloom, the Iceologer, and the Glow Squid. The next year was Glare, Allay, and Copper Golem. 22 was the Tough Golem, the Rascal, and the Sniffer, and this year is the Crab, the Armadillo, and the Penguin. The reason I wanted to bring this up on the podcast and talk about it is because of all the years, everybody, it's like a fun little competition to see who wants what the most. Well, this year, people decided that they don't want to choose between the Crab, the Armadillo, and the Penguin. They want all three. Now, some will look at this as the Minecraft community being
crybaby bitches, such as me, how I look at it the correct way.
Being greedy, or crybaby bitches as you say. But others are seeing this as potential mobs that could have been added into the game, but were not. It's basically just ideas that were lost to the abyss. Just in case you didn't know, each mob vote, you only get one. And every single year that they did it, the ones that lose are lost to the abyss and are never added into the game. Ever. There's no talk of adding anything from the 2017 or on. And that's how it's going to be. Well, everybody in the Minecraft community right now are not very happy with that. So they are basically revolting with union propaganda all over Twitter and TikTok, which I am a part of. I haven't posted anything, but I have seen a lot of it, and I do agree with them that the mob vote shouldn't be a thing. They should just add all three, because it doesn't take that long, and they would all be great for updates and everything like that. They're all great ideas. So, when this first started, there was a petition. Now, did you know about the petition, Riely? Did you hear about that?
I mean, I didn't hear about a petition, but that definitely makes sense. It doesn't surprise me that there was a petition.
So, there is a petition to put an end to the scrapping of great ideas. That's why they're upset. Because every mob vote, all the losers have never been added to the game. It would make sense if you could vote on them next year. So of A, B, and C, if A goes in, then B and C come back next year to see if they can be in the running again. No, B and C are scrapped and you never see them again, which is the big problem that people are having with Mojang right now. So, how many signatures do you think this has?
200,000.
I'm gonna go with 300,000. Okay, who won? Price is Right rules.
What is Price is Right rules? The closest wins?
Closest without going over wins.
Riely wins there.
Hell
but
yeah.
you're still way off. It's at 456,237 specifically. With 23,000 signing just today. Their original goal was to get, I believe, either 1 or 200,000 votes. I don't remember what their original goal was, but I think they set it as either 100,000 or 200,000. They're almost at 500,000, and if they hit 500,000 on change.org, it will be the highest petition count, highest signature count for any petition on the entire website.
No way. I feel like there's been petitions with 1 million signatures on change.org.
With one single petition signing, they're at 500,000. 500,000 will make it the highest one.
Okay. For some reason, I thought there had been much larger change.org petition. But I stand by the fact that this is just Minecraft fans being crybaby bitches, not being okay with what they're being given, being entitled.
Yeah, this game's been out for well over a fucking decade, and people are still crying and whining that it doesn't get updated as frequently as fucking Fortnite. Not every game needs new key features every week.
I don't think people are complaining that it doesn't get updates that much. They do an update at least once a year.
No, people are. Every time someone posts about a Fortnite update, the sentiment that like Minecraft developers are lazy and they need to update their game more often is bullshit. And it's a very prominent sentiment I see, at least on Twitter, on Minecraft Twitter. So take it with a grain of salt.
Minecraft Twitter. Are you running around on Minecraft Twitter, Demigloom?
Not really. I also see like anytime someone posts about like a Fortnite update, everyone's like, "Oh, if only Minecraft could update like this." I'm like, "Fuck off." Or not even like that, but more so like, "Oh, Fortnite updates every week, yet Minecraft can barely squeeze out an update every year." Weh. It's like it's a good game.
It is.
You know what?
And
There's
they've
something-
updated so much. Like,
There's something to be said about a game that's not completely unrecognizable from when it, like, if you took like a 1-year break from it.
okay, I thought you were gonna say when it first came out. Minecraft is very, very different from when it first came out.
Minecraft is very different from like 3 years ago. I mean, it changes all the time, and the fact that people don't think it's enough is ridiculous.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this because this is on the I'm not gonna read the entire position. I'm just gonna read what GameRant.com sums up. The petition states that the mob vote has a negative impact on the community and leaves, quote, fantastic ideas on the cutting room floor. It also points out the bad feelings that come from being teased with new content that will never make its way into the game. The petition also accuses Mojang of adding less content to Minecraft post Microsoft acquisition. The petition ends by asking Mojang to add all 3 new mobs to Minecraft each year instead of continuing with the mob vote. I think that's reasonable. Because most of the time we don't get that many cool mobs that like help you out and stuff like that.
Or you can just get fucked and you don't get any new mobs. So pick your poison, motherfuckers.
But people are willing to fight for that. That's what happens. It's basically like that's why they're doing a whole bunch of propaganda. Now, the mob vote, as of recording, it is it's Friday the 13th. That we should have did something spooky for this episode. I was going to bring that up earlier.
You ever seen The Wither? That thing's pretty spooky.
Let me see if Mojang put a response. Okay, as of 4 days ago, Mojang has not responded. I don't know if they're going to respond, but the mob vote ends in 2 days on the 15th. That's when they do a Minecraft Live, and they basically do like a whole big Oscar show or Grammy show or what, like a bunch of stupid theatrics.
The Minies.
But no, it's not like awards. It's mainly just theatrics of them doing stupid shit.
So it's like a Nintendo Direct, but Minecraft.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
So on the 15th, Mojang may or may not. Mojang could very well completely ignore almost 500,000 people.
As they should, because they're all entitled crybaby bitches.
I don't think they're going to ignore almost 500,000 people. That's a lot of people. Like, I realize that that's not that big of a percentage in, like, the grand scheme of things. But, like, Minecraft's popularity is very, very high. And if 500,000 people, 500,000 people, say, hey, fuck you, stop doing this, a company might stop doing what they're doing. And Mojang has never been the company that's like, fuck you, fuck the community. I don't think they've ever done anything where people were just like, nah, fuck this, I'm never playing Minecraft again. They've never had this big of a civil like distress over their game.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you should take what you're getting. Like, they give you this whole, they're like, here's a fun thing. We're gonna put a mob into the game. Which mob? It's up to you. And then you look at that, it's like, I wish I remember who tweeted this, but I saw it was similar to the analogy you were trying to pitch, Alex, but it was on the opposite side. Where it's like a guy and he's presented with 3 cakes. And he's like, oh boy, look at these beautiful cakes. I get to choose whichever one I want. And that's like regular person. And then it goes down to Minecraft fan. And he's like, why can't I have all 3 of the cakes? What the fuck?
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, honestly, like they could just add all three. I don't see it as like a grave.
Well could, because
I don't see it as a
literally
grave injustice. I'm kind of the enlightened centrist here. I don't see it as a grave injustice that they aren't adding all three. But like, I can kind of sympathize with like, yeah, why not? Why not just add all three? Fuck it.
Okay, so here's my little view is, back in let me double check. When was the Nether up?
I gave your mom a Nether update. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, the Nether update was released in 2020. So back in 2017,
The worst update ever, by the way.
The Nether update?
Yeah, sucked.
It completely revamped an entire dimension of the game.
Yeah, and it sucked.
And it revolutionized speedrunning. It completely changed. Why would I
care about speedrunning? They ruined the Nether. The Nether isn't cool anymore.
I think it's better.
It's impossible to find Nether fortresses. All these mobs are lame and ugly as hell. What the fuck are these materials?
That's where I'm getting to, though.
They're useless.
That's what I'm getting at, though. So with the original mob vote, it was like a blaze, but it had shields. I don't know what its name was. They could have added that into the Nether update, but they didn't. They could have added a lot of these past mobs from the mob vote. Even though they didn't win, they could have added them in future updates. I think that's why they're mad, because not all of the losers never get added into future updates.
Did they explicitly say, like, hey, there's no chance of these ever being added?
They've never said that, but it's been 6 years of 6 years with 5 mob votes since 2017. Yeah, that's 6 years. And they've never added a single one except for the ones that won. And they never said anything about any of the other ones ever again. And I think that's why people are mad, is because they're getting teased with, hey, look at these really cool things that we could add. Make your choice.
Yeah, maybe it is a little bit of a tease.
That's why they're mad, is because they're teasing. I think the community would be a lot happier if the mob vote didn't exist, then they just decided to do things like the Nether update or like an end update and just added what they wanted instead of teasing things that could be in the game but never will because of a vote.
Yeah, I get it.
That's my stance on it. The propaganda is great. This is an audio platform, so I'm not going to pull any up. You guys can look it up if you'd like. But a majority of the community on TikTok, YouTube, like all social media platforms, are basically taking union propaganda from like corporate and shit like that, and basically just Minecraftifying it to just go against the mob vote and Mojang, and it's great. Let me go to Detour Ahead. Like, they're literally doing shit like this. It's literally just a red creeper with the red beret on it, and it says, "The creeper revolution is now. Fuck Mojang, revolt against the mob vote."
That's kind of funny.
It's a little bit funny. So, like, there is a lot of, like, creative... And I think the other thing. The modding community... Literally an hour after the crab was announced, someone added the crab into it and modded it in, and was like, "It only took me an hour to mod this into the game."
That's true.
I think that's another reason why they're all mad, is because it doesn't take that much to add these mobs in, and it would a lot of them would revolutionize the game. So specifically, just to explain what the mob vote for 2023 is, the armadillo will drop an item that allows you to create armor for the dogs or the wolves. The penguin, much like the dolphin, will make your boat go faster. So the dolphin will help you swim faster. The penguin will make your boat go faster. And the crab will drop a crab claw, which you can use to craft like an extendo arm to place blocks even further away from the player character. So that's what all three do.
Wow.
Riely, do you still stand?
Oh shit! Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, I stand.
You still stand where you sit?
I stand where I sit, and I sit where I stand, and I eat where I stand.
Were you sand?
Yeah, I don't know. That last one kind of could use some workshopping, but I was on the spot.
I don't know. I wanted to talk about it and get your guys' thoughts on it. I know I was rambling a lot, but
Yeah, I just think like I get it, but like at the same time, it's like you could just have nothing.
I think that's what they're fighting for. I think the Minecraft community would be happier if the mob vote didn't happen at all.
Yeah, but you could have nothing and then get none of those mobs.
But we wouldn't know what we were missing if we didn't get teased about it. That's the problem.
Yeah, but then here's the thing: like, oh, you have to because you got teased with it might existing. That's worse to you than just not having anything at all. That's stupid. That's
Well, no,
selfish.
they do yearly updates. We're going to get an update regardless. Just tell us what's going to be in the update like every other game. There's no reason for a mob vote to tease things that you're never going to see in the game. Like, I
Maybe.
get that it like brings the community together, but this is the first time where the community has basically said, fuck Mojang, we're done with this, we're revolting against them. Which is why it's such a big controversy right now.
Wow. Yeah. Seems overblown. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
maybe it is. Maybe everybody's being crybaby bitches, but I don't think 500,000 people are being crybaby bitches about this. I think it's an actual problem.
I think a lot of people are crybaby bitches about a lot of things. So
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
it's not within the realm. It's not without possibility for sure.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people are spoiled pieces of shit. I just think that the community would be better off without a mob vote at all. Even if that's all they do is just be like, look, this is the last mob vote we're going to do. Go vote. We won't do it anymore. I think a lot of people would be happy with that conclusion.
No more mobs. Mobs are done. You got all your mobs.
No, like I honestly think, like I know you're laughing, but I honestly think if that's what Mojang decides to say in the next couple days, though everybody will be like, "All right, cool. That's exactly what we wanted." Was to not tease things that we'll never see in the game. Things that could be easily added. Let me go to minecraft.net and see. I gotta sign in.
Yeah.
I don't want to sign in.
Sign into Minecraft.net.
Updating terms, stay signed in. Ah, okay. That's what I expected.
What?
I just wanted to see if they would put like little percentages, like how you see on Twitter, to see who's winning and who's not. But I think they keep all the results secret until everything else. No, I did not go and put my vote in.
Much like the 2020 election.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm just stating an objective fact.
Oh, I know exactly what happened. I could go on rants about that all day. That's
I'm
where
sure
I'm
you
at
do.
in the Dick Show right now. Chronologically, is January of 2021, right after the election. So I'm very fresh on everything that just happened.
Great things happened in January of 2021. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah. So many great things.
Great activity.
I hear there was a pretty sick party on the 6th.
Oh yeah.
Alex
Anyway, what else about Minecraft did you want to talk about, Riely?
I mean, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk about it as a game for a second. It's a game that like it's a weird game for me because I don't play it. Like,
have you ever played it?
No, I've played it. I've played it plenty, but like I don't play Minecraft. Like generally.
Okay.
Just because I don't know, like it doesn't do it for me. But as a video game, I have so much respect for it and so much like appreciation for it because the type of game it is, like it's truly they achieved creating like the creation of like a truly endless world that's like new every time and like you're only you're only limited as far as your imagination can take you. And that's like extremely fascinating to me as somebody who is like into video games as an art form. I think Minecraft is a fucking technological marvel, and it's also a cultural phenomenon in a way that can't be ignored. And like there's so much cool shit you can do in Minecraft. I've been watching Minecraft on YouTube for years. Like I was a kid, I'd pop on some Dan TDM or some Mari Craft on Smosh Games, you know. The it's one of those games that like I never got into because I'm not very creative in the way that Minecraft requires you to be creative, but it's a marvel. It's truly like a very interesting, very fascinating beast.
It's I would love to say it's basically one of a kind. There's things that like try and rival it, but like nothing ever comes close to what Minecraft is as a game.
Terraria? It's not, Terraria is nothing like Minecraft.
It's not. It's 2D Minecraft, but there's a lot to Terraria that sets it aside from Minecraft. By the way, Terraria came out before Minecraft. Just in case.
Wow.
If you
Did
didn't
it
know
actually
that.
come out before Minecraft?
Let me go double check.
May 2011.
Terraria was May 2011, and Minecraft was released to the public in November of 2011.
Shit, you're right.
So Minecraft is technically 3D Terraria.
Oh, look at that.
But like I think those two have been rivals, not like more like playful rivals. Like they never like went against each other or anything. They just coexisted as custom world builders.
Yeah.
I remember the iTunes description of Terraria like took shots at Minecraft. I remember it was like it said like it was like this is not that Minecraft crap or something. What was it? Terraria App Store description? Minecraft? I remember specifically they were like, dude, look at the description of Terraria on the App Store. They're talking shit about Minecraft. I remember this very specifically.
Shit, bro. They got shit to say. They be speaking out of school.
Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry.
I will say I have played both games in its entirety. They're both fantastic games. They're two very different games though.
Yeah, they are very different. Like I said, Terraria is much more it's much more like on a grid. Like there are very logical progressions to making the game. There's no story mode or missions really, but there's like very clear markers of progress. Whereas Minecraft, there's really kind of just the Ender Dragon. And then other shit that
like
just
progress markers, like getting iron to going from stone tools to iron to diamond to netherite, defeating the Ender Dragon. It's not even, you can defeat the Ender Dragon up to, I believe, 20 different times. You can go to the End Islands and get the Elytra and more OP gear. I do believe at some point you do cap out at what you can do, but that's really it, just building resources and stuff. But there is like a logical progression to it, but a lot of people do. How do I put this? It's not as long as Terraria. Terraria is very, very linear progression. Like you can almost always keep getting better and better stuff. With Minecraft, you kind of cap out at like fully enchanted netherite gear. There's nothing really past that. You just basically once you hit all that, I mean, you can try and get better enchantments on stuff and just keep searching for stuff, but it does cap out at some point in time. Although it does take a while to get there. I think Minecraft has fallen into I see a lot of parallels between the Pokemon community and the Minecraft community just because of the fact that, like, I can understand the Pokemon Company and Game Freak have a lot of issues with always trying to create new and unique things with every generation that comes out, while also avoiding things that have already been released in like fan games and stuff like that. The parallel here is like with the modding community in Minecraft. Minecraft has to do new and exciting things to their base game while also avoiding things that have been in the modding community as well. So like I can understand why there's certain things where like yeah, you don't get all the mobs you want in the mob vote. You can just go mod them in and have fun, but not everybody likes the modded community. It's also a bit tedious to mod Minecraft as well.
That's true.
Just like it's very tedious to add whatever Pokemon you want. You want to go play with Generation 8 Pokemon in like Kanto or whatever. You can do that. You just have to mod it or find someone who already has. It's tedious to have to go and find something like that. It's easier just to load up the base game and hope for new and exciting content. And I think that's why people are getting upset about it. So, but like overall, it's not a bad game. It is vastly improved since its inauguration, its release in 2011, and like it's a completely different game than it was originally. Like originally, it was just
you want to know what hasn't improved since the inauguration? Gas prices.
Yeah. Demi, do you drive? Do you have a car?
No, I take the bus.
God. Riely, why do none of your friends fucking drive? I just want to rage about driving. I just want to rage about fucking driving.
None of my friends drive.
Because your friends are my friends, the podcast friends, podcast pals. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm getting off topic here. What was I talking about? I'm just like the one guy from Cleveland, Ohio. My train of thought got derailed as well. Dude's out here derailing trains for everybody. Do you have anything else to say about Minecraft, Riely? Or Demi? Either of you?
Not really, honestly. Minecraft Java is pretty good. And Minecraft, the Legacy Console Edition, was the coolest one visually.
Do you play Minecraft, Demi? Or no?
Like I'm one of those people. Minecraft, I played enough Minecraft in my life, and I probably played more Minecraft than any other video game. So it's like a part of my soul. It's something that I wear on my sleeve, and probably will for the rest of my life. But I don't actually actively play it currently, nor am I up to date with any of the new shit. Like I literally play Minecraft and ignore so many features just because like I don't remember them from back.
It's just one of those like feel good games where you're like you got nothing else to do, but you really want to play fucking video games. So you're just like, fuck it, I'll go hop on Minecraft for like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And then every year for like 2 weeks, you get super sucked in, and that's all you do for like 2 weeks straight, and then you just never touch it the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's basically me. It's been a while since I've played Minecraft, but I don't know. I also try it. I know neither of you ever got into speedruns. Did you ever watch speedruns at all, Demi?
Yeah. I practiced some like speedrunning tricks in Mario 64, but never did an actual run.
What about Minecraft?
I've definitely seen Minecraft speedruns. I used to watch like Dream speedruns. I didn't know anything about Dream. I did see his speedruns on YouTube back in the day.
Yeah, I tried. Like I never did like actual streams or anything. I was just like, I've seen enough of the Minecraft speedruns to be able to be like, okay, I have a general idea of how to do it. And like I've done a few runs, none of them made it very far, but like I always just thought I could try. And it was like really interesting to like just consistently reset until you get a good seed. And then you just run, and then I'll get to the nether and I'll be like, I'm completely lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. I think the longest I ever spent on a single world would probably be like maybe 2 months straight. Like almost every day on a single world. We were doing modded, so that is like me and my friends were doing modded Minecraft, so it was a lot more to do. But somewhere in my DMs on Discord, I don't remember. Oh, I might be able to find some screenshots from stuff we've done in the past, but it's been so long since we did it. But like we would always build like super elaborate bases and everything like that, and it was super cool. And like just the fact that you can basically just set out and with a blank slate and do whatever you want, that's what makes Minecraft good. It makes it unique. There's not a lot of games out there where you can just go set off and do whatever you want, and the world's yours, basically.
Yeah.
Riely, do you have anything else to add, or anything else you wanted to talk about today? Did you, motherfucker? I swear to God, if he fell asleep, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I'm fine. I'm right here.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add, or anything else you'd like to talk about in the podcast? Anything else that you wanted to bring up?
No, I think I'm all good. What about you, Demi?
Pro was asleep 2 seconds ago.
Not true. Not real.
Don't even pretend.
Fake news.
False allegations.
He was allegedly asleep.
Yeah, this is all alleged.
Nothing inherently wrong with falling
Riley
asleep
would
on a
know that I
podcast.
already said I didn't have anything else to say about Minecraft if he was away.
Well, yeah, but but we kept going, and now we're doing the last final thoughts again. You might have thought of something. We're just making sure. So there you go, folks. We did a mine, we did a craft, and we are done with the episode. I couldn't think of another after rhyme. I'm sorry. Alex, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube as Kolochu. You can join the Discord in the description below or in the links on the YouTube if you are listening off of YouTube. You can also find me on Twitter as Kolochu54, and you can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Kolochu.
Wow.
I'm gonna start
Go
plugging that
give her
Patreon.
money, everybody.
Come give me money. Riely, where can Demi, where can our listeners find you?
I have a weekly leftist LGBTQ plus podcast for trans people who believe in their own human rights called Middle School GSA. Me and my good non-binary friend Felonious Ferris discuss a variety of topics from a trans/LGBTQ plus perspective. And we have a good time. It's a pretty fun, lighthearted time. The latest episode features yours truly, Riely.
True, I'm in it. I was there.
Talked about, as internet friends, we got pretty existential about our relationship. And it was pretty fun. We talked about online versus in-person interaction. But you can also go to the podcast and listen to us talk about amazing things, such as the Constitution and to what extent we should uphold the values of the Constitution today. We've talked about trenders and whether or not they exist. We've talked about how anime is problematic. We've talked about, I'm naming a bunch of old episodes. We had an insane debate on neopronouns where I was way too mean to my co-host. We talked with a transgender Catholic woman. We did all types of crazy shit. And pretty soon, we're going to be switching to video, in-person video. Now,
Wow.
there have been some setbacks to that, some unanticipated challenges with that, to say the least. But it's happening, I promise.
Awesome. Riely, where do you want people to find you?
Oh shit, did I not do that already? Oh no, I did not. Folks, if you look in the description or in my pinned post on the X page at Riely Tweets, you can see a link tree. It's linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's RIELY Cinematic Universe. For all your podcasts and YouTube channels and all sorts of silly shit that you can go watch with your eyes or listen to with your ears. And that's the way the news goes. Thank you for listening to Detour Ahead. I've been Riely.
I have been Alex.
And I've been Demigloom. And we'll see
And
you
I've
next
been
week,
Demigloom.
everybody.